Hello everyone, welcome back to the map of mathematics. In this video, we are going to solve this nice math algebra problem. And here we have 7 to the power of n minus 11 to the power of n equals to square root of 77 to the power of n minus 121 to the power of n. So here we find or solve this problem for the values of n. So the very first thing we are going to do is here first we take the square on both of the sides of this equation, and we get its output in this form. So we take the square root on both of the sides and we write it as square root of 77 to the power of n minus 121 to the power of n and its whole square. So that now you focus on the right hand side and you see that this 2 and square root are gone, and we will get here 77 to the power of n minus 121 to the power of n. So now we write the 77 as 7 times of 11 and its whole power n, minus we write this 121 as 11 times of 11 and its whole power n. So here we separate the exponent on both of these terms and we get 7 to the power of n into 11 to the power of n minus 11 to the power of n into 11 to the power of n. And now in the next step, you see here we have 11 to the power of n be the common term on the right hand side, so that we will take common 11 to the power of n and we get 7 to the power of n minus 11 to the power of n. But in the right hand side we have 7 to the power of n minus 11 to the power of n and its whole square. So now you see that we have 7 to the power of n minus 11 to the power of n be the common term. So we move all the terms from right hand side to the left hand side, or in other words we will write this equation into the simplest form, so that in order to write the simplest form we will take here y equals to 7 to the power of n minus 11 to the power of n. So when we substitute this value in the above equation, then we write our above equation as, so when you substitute here, then you get y square equals to 11 to the power of n into y. So now we move all the terms from right hand side to the left hand side and we get y square minus 11 to the power of n into y equals to 0. And here you see that we have y be the common term, so we take it common and you get y minus 11 to the power of n equals to 0. So here we convert this equation in two cases, and our first case is we have y equals to 0 and second case is we have y minus 11 to the power of n equals to 0. So in the first case we have y equals to 0, and now we put or back substitute the value of y, and we have the value of y is 7 to the power of n minus 11 to the power of n. So we put this value of y on both of these cases and we get 7 to the power of n minus 11 to the power of n equals to 0, and in this case we put the value of y here and it is 7 to the power of n minus 11 to the power of n, and this is minus 11 to the power of n equals to 0. So now first we focus on the first case, and in the first case here we move this minus 11 to the power of n to the right hand side and we get 7 to the power of n equals to 11 to the power of n. And now we move this 7 to the power of n to the right hand side and we get 11 to the power of n over 7 to the power of n equals to 1. So here we combine the exponent of this term and we have 11 over 7 and its whole power n equals to, we have 1, and we write this one as 11 over 7 and its whole power 0. You know that this is the exponential law. If you have any number whose exponent is 0, it must be equals to 1. So we use this nice exponential law, so that according to this exponential law we will we write this one as 11 over 7 and its whole power 0. And here you focus on both of the sides and you see that the basis on, so by comparing both of the sides we get here over n equals to 0. So this is the first root of the given equation. And now we focus on the second case, and in this case we add minus 11 to the power of n minus 11 to the power of n, and this implies that we get 7 to the power of n minus 2 times of 11 to the power of n equals to 0. So that here we move this minus 2 times of 11 to the power of n to the right hand side, and we get 7 to the power of n equals to 2 times of 11 to the power of n. So here we move this 11 to the power of n in the left hand side, and we get 7 to the power of n over 11 to the power of n equals to 2. And because here we need to find the value of n, so that we first combine the exponent of both of these terms, and we get 7 over 11 and its whole power n equals to 2. And now in order to find the value of n, we need to take the log on both of the sides of this equation, so that we will write this equation as log of 7 over 11 and its whole power n equals to log of 2. And now in the next step we just use the property of logarithm, and we move this exponent n in the front of this log, and we write it as n times of log 7 over 11 equals to log of 2. And here in the left hand side we again use the property of log, and we write this fraction as n times of log 7 minus log of 11, and it is equals to log of 2. And now we move this log 7 minus log 11 to the right hand side, and we get n equals to log of 2 divided by log of 7 minus log of 11. So this is the our other root of the given equation, and we have the second root is n equals to 0. So this is the our final answer of this question. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos.